Shri Bhagavanuvacha Lokasmin Dvividha Nishta Pura Prokta Maya Naga Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. So today we shall be discussing Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 and shlok number is also 3. As you know that Arjun is not ready to fight, so Krishna gave him the knowledge about soul and his difference from the body, that knowledge is given. Then in at the end of chapter 2, Krishna also talks about that he should keep himself away from abominable activities like fighting. Not fighting exactly, but he should keep distance. And Krishna also says to Arjuna that he should not worry about anything and he should do his duty and he should fight. Then Arjun got little confused that Krishna is saying both the things in shlok number uh, 49 and 48. He says fight and not fight. So Arjuna wants to understand that what exactly is the situation. So he says in yesterday's verse, that please describe me for my benefit. And today Krishna is saying, you see, Arjun, O sinless one, I have already explained that there are two classes of men who try to realize the self. Some are inclined to understand it by empirical philosophical speculation, and others by devotional service. So there are two types of men. One is who study the nature. Nature has many elements like earth, water, fire, sky. Then there are senses. Then there are sense object. Then there is the self. The soul is there. So they very analytically study everything, and in that way they understand that I am different from the nature, and they want to cut all the bondages. What it means is that whenever we perform any action, it makes a result. You have to take the result. Action has reaction. So, but if you understand that you are different from the world, and the qualities, the modes of the nature, the gunas of the nature are working and they are mixing with each other, and you or me, being the soul, is unaffected by it, different from it. This more study and meditation and understanding, one get aloof from the reactions. So this is one way. And the other way is that we have to act, but we have to act in a selfless way with not that understanding, and in that manner we get different, we get we protect ourselves from the results, which is known as the karma yoga. But Srila Prabhupada said, but when that karma action is performed in connection with Lord, in a service mood to the Lord, then this becomes buddhi yoga or bhakti yoga. So bhakti yoga is matured karma yoga. This is what we have to understand. And through bhakti yoga, we very easily realize the Lord, which Krishna says in shlok number 61 of chapter 2. So this is very simple. Once again, in simple terms, one kind of people, they try to realize the Lord by analytically studying the nature and its elements, because they give more importance to the self. And there is another section of the people who give more importance to the owner of the whole universe, which is Krishna, and in that way they try to serve the Supreme Lord by their everything what they have, 24 hours. This is known as devotional service. So later on also Krishna will say that he prefers people He likes people, and according to him, they are better because very easily they achieve the result. So the difference is what? That when we analytically study the nature, we have more focus on ourselves. We are more dependent on our strength. But when we act for the pleasure of Lord, when we act in devotional service, we are dependent on Krishna, we are dependent on the Lord, where we feel ourselves we are very feeble, we have no power, everything is Krishna. So we are completely dependent on the Lord, just like a small child is dependent on his mother, and he enjoys everything. So this is how it is different. And Srila Prabhupada has said that the ultimate goal is Krishna, because philosophers who are sincerely searching after the absolute truth, they come to this understanding that Krishna is the ultimate reality. So Bhagavad Gita absolutely promotes this idea, Bhagavatam promotes it, in all Vedic literature. They promote this idea that God is the ultimate reality, Satyam Shivam Sundaram. So we should surrender to God. The whole process is to understand the real position of the self, that it is servicient, it is servant to the Lord, and gradually uplift our consciousness, gradually help ourselves in this manner, and this is the way of perfection. So of these two paths, the path of Krishna consciousness is of course better, as I've already said, that it does not depend on purifying the senses by philosophical process, but Krishna consciousness, it is such a great process that it automatically purifies our senses, our thinking, our everything. And also it is a direct method of devotion, and it is very easy, it is very sublime, it is very joyfully performed, and it is performed with many devotees. So indeed, Krishna consciousness is very much voted and supported by Krishna. So now this third chapter, he will further explain one by one. So we will study that and understand it. Hare Krishna.